Well, good morning, everybody out there in Periscope land and Twitter. Hi, I'm in Jazz. Yesterday, when I went to bed, I wasn't going to the Rugby World Cup this weekend. And now I am. And I'm now so excited because this weekend I'm actually going to a Rugby World Cup match. And I can't quite believe it. Weekend. But then when I found out I was going to the Rugby World Cup, I started thinking about, God, just think of all those people who today are getting really excited about the matches that are coming up, but not just the fans, all the people involved in the team. And I thought, how many healthcare professionals does it take to prepare a World Cup rugby team? Like, it must be loads, right? It must be. There must be, I don't know, well, we know there'll be physiotherapists, there'll be a massage therapist, there'll be podiatrists, there'll probably be osteopaths, chiropractors, sports therapists. There'll be hundreds of healthcare professionals sitting on the sidelines or sitting back in their clinics getting excited about their team getting out there and doing their thing this weekend. So I'm so excited that actually this weekend I'm going to a Rugby World Cup match. Anyway, so then I was randomly doing some work this morning and just biding my time waiting to go to the Rugby World Cup. And I stumbled across an ex-podiatry student who they'd found me on Twitter and had just connected, so that was lovely. And I just went to their website and thought, I'll just have a look, see what they're doing, because it's always quite nice to catch up with old students and see what they're doing and see what that seed that you planted in university all those years ago has become. And because it is quite a long time ago, I was teaching at university now, I have to say. And I went to their website, and right in conjunction with me thinking this morning and getting super excited about the rugby, I jumped on their website, and there Scott is doing the most amazing things with all sorts of rugby sports clubs. So he's doing football and cricket at high level, like a professional level. So that is just awesome, isn't it? That all these healthcare professionals that we think of as kind of helping the general public, and they're doing these amazing things at really high level at sport, which is, I just find incredible. I love it, love it. But then that also got me through, you can see my brain's like all over the place this morning, got me thinking about all those healthcare professionals who are out there involved with sport at such a high level. How many of them are talking about it? And I don't mean in relation to breaking patient confidentiality at all, but how many of them who are able through their contracts to talk about what they do in a more general term. So talk about being the physio that supports, I don't know, Manchester United, or talk about being the podiatrist that supports Derbyshire County Cricket. Because that's just a brilliant thing to be able to do to market your practice. And I just wondered how many of them are actually doing it, or how many of them are like a little bit embarrassed, or I don't really want to shout about the fact that I'm doing this amazing thing with my life. Okay, I just think it's brilliant. So yeah, so I was just kind of thinking and wondering, and then, as I say, I stumbled across Scott and found him with all his various things. What did he say down here? That he is now a member of, he is now a member of the Professional Footballers League and Medical Association. You see, who knew that even existed? So yeah, so there's all this really brilliant stuff being done by healthcare professionals in sport, and how many of you are actually shouting about it and telling your potential patients, you know, who they may very well be a fan of Derbyshire cricket, or may well be a fan of I don't know, Huntley lacrosse team or whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what, you know, but if you think your potential patients are going to be interested in the fact that you're involved in sport, be that at grassroots, be that at a professional level, it doesn't matter, but it helps potential patients, A, see what your speciality is and get to know you a little bit more, kind of get to know what fires you and floats your boats and all that kind of stuff, and see where your specialities might lie. So yeah, just, you know, I know you can, BBC News Round, oh hello, I know you can talk about who you work with, not individual patients, obviously because of patient confidentiality, but if your contract allows, then talk about the teams that you help, talk about the teams you support, because healthcare is an enormous part of getting those teams out there and getting them fit and getting them to the peak of their performance and being able to perform on the day to those enormous crowds, which are going to be there at the Rugby World Cup this weekend, which part I'm going to be part of. Sorry, I'm very excited. So that was it really. That was just my pondering this morning about the Rugby World Cup and about all those healthcare professionals that will be getting so excited today because their players and their teams are going to go out there and do their thing for their nation over the course of this weekend and the next few weeks. And so if you are a practitioner and you do support local sport through your professional services, shout out about it, you know, let people know, put it on your website, talk about it on social media, because it's a great thing to do, to be supporting these sportsmen and women so they can go out and perform at their peak. Yeah, so that's it really. So I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. I can pretty much guarantee, well, the sun is shining. I know I'm not at the rugby yet, but the sun is shining and hopefully it will stay that way because I'm a bit rubbish if it gets a bit cold and wet. I hope you all have a brilliant weekend and I will be back on Periscope next week, probably slightly calmer, I do apologise. And I really look forward to seeing you and swapping some sporting stories next week. Well, you take care, have a great weekend, bye!